yeah, yeah. So harder than you. So harder than you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So harder than you. So harder than you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You be chillin', no, they was your boo. Chillin', no, they was your boo. I been on that hustle all day. I been on that hustle all day. I got to get paid. I got to get paid. I'm on the way. I'm on the man. Hustle all day. Day. What else can I say? I'm here to stay. Another day. Got to get paid. Get the fuck out the way. I stay. Ballin' all day. Ballin' all day. Ain't.
Welcome back to the Ink Hustle with Just Compost. What's up, people? What's up, YouTubers? How's everybody doing? So you want to get a tattoo and you want some advice. This is Tattoo Advice 101 with Just Compost. This is Tattoo Advice 101 with Just Compost. All right. My advice to you is if you're planning your next tattoo, you're planning to get a decent sized piece. I'm not talking about one of those walk-in tattoos. I'm not talking about a flash piece from their wall. When you go into a shop and they have those little flash posters or those little flash frames framed up on the wall, and they have tons of little designs in there. I'm not talking about those, man. I'm talking about fully customized designs where the artist takes time, days, weeks to prepare your design. I'm talking about that, man. I'm talking about a $600 tattoo, an $800 tattoo, a $1,200 tattoo. I'm talking about twice as much as that. $2,200 sleeve. I'm talking about $3,000 quarter sleeve. You know, who are you gonna go see? My advice to you is if you have this big idea of your next tattoo or of your first tattoo, my advice to you is that first you gotta do your research of what type of art you like. If you already have the ideas in your mind and maybe images you have collected throughout time that you want, so you already have the ideas, you know, you have the designs, you just want to bring them up and present this to an artist. Now it's time to find your artist. Now, is your artist going to be down the street, down the block? Is he 100 miles away? Is he 200 miles away? Heck, is he 500 miles away? Is he across state? In a different state? Do you have to fly out to see your artist? Okay, now you got to plan out. Now you got to plan out how much money you're going to spend to go see your artist, and first of all, and to set up a consultation with your dude. All right. My advice to you is if you already have ideas of what you want, all right, so prep up all your work. Then start researching your artist, and I recommend that you don't search your artist by their pricings. All right, you don't go to an artist and say, how much do you charge me for this? First, you gotta see their work, and you gotta like their work. Not just like their work, love their work. You gotta love the shit they do. You gotta, if you bring the artist something that is in his realm, you know what I mean? That's gonna be your guy right there. If it's in his realm. If it's not in his realm, don't bring him something that he doesn't feel comfortable doing. If he's a full-on black and gray artist, don't bring him a full color sleeve piece. You know what I mean? I want to get this colorful roses. He might not be interested in doing your work. The artist sometimes gets picky on who they want to tattoo and what they want to tattoo. So don't waste their time, okay? Find an artist that does work that you like getting, that you would like to get done on you. Work that you have been interested in. Find artists that do similar work. Sometimes you find them through means of friends who have been somewhere and you like their friend's sleeve. So now you can go see this guy too. So, you know, stay up on that. Next, after you find your artist, don't judge your artist by the pricing they charge, all right? Because that's gonna throw you off. Once you start getting all picky on pricing, then you're gonna go down the ladder. You are gonna find cheaper and cheaper artists, I guarantee you. But as the work gets, as the prices get cheaper, so does the quality of work. I want you to fully investigate the quality of work that varies from one artist to another, because it varies based on their skill, based on their time and experience they have been tattooing. So, all right. So that's my step number 2, study your artist, study the pricing, the ranges. It can range from $120 to $200 to heck $300, $400, an hour. It ranges. Some charge by the session, some charge by piece, and some charge by hour. So it all makes sense. Some of them have a certain minimum of time and hours. It all varies. So pick out your artist. Next thing to do, make sure you have saved enough money to pay your artist. Because once everything is dealt with, whether it's pricing and everything, you'll want to tip your artist. And I mean tip him good, tip him fat, because he'll remember you, and next time you want to get more work done by him, he'll be welcoming you in the door. Most likely he will be saying, hey, I remember you hooked me up, so come on down, I'm gonna hook you up. So tip your artist, because that's a good sign that you can connect with your artist the right way. Sometimes artists don't get tips at all, and then that's when they get a little bit like, man, I'm not messing with you, man, I'm cool. They kind of feel your vibe, Do you want to tip them $5, $10, $20, $100, $200? I received $150 just the other day. Okay, so tips are vary. It could be either really cheap or really high. My last tip, the other night I did one that would tip me $10. All right, congrats, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But normally, all tips are falling in the 20 categories. 20s are cool. 20s are always there, nice. We love the 20s. We love 40s, 50s. When they start getting up there in the hundreds, man, hey, that's my dude, man. That's my client. That's my preferred client right there. So it's like signing up for a club membership. You know what I mean? You pay that good tip, man, and they're gonna take care of you for sure. And if they don't, well, they're not right in their head, because I too take care of my clients. I do take care of my clientele. So especially when they tip fat, man, I remember them all the time. Like, hey, they're the first ones to hit up. They're the first ones that I take care of. So remember that. So make sure you tip your artist. Don't get cheap on your artist. You know what I mean? Step number three. Once you're there and you're ready, please don't be such a pain in the ass. All right, you got to give your artist creative freedom, because that's what they like to do. Some of them might not care, but most of the artists want to do something creative, something original. They don't want to do a copy and paste type of design where you give them the picture and they just draw the exact same thing and put it on you. Something you saw on Pinterest, all right? We artists like to call it Pinterest tattoos. You know what I mean? You found something on Pinterest, you grabbed it, you brought it to your artist, now you're doing the same thing. There's not fun in that, man. The fun part begins when we get creative to make something out of more original than what it was, all right? So, once you're on the chair and that tattoo sets in, the pain sets in, man, try to hold in your thoughts, try to hold in all your ideas, because if you start yapping and yelling in your artist's ear about how bad it hurts, you might cause them to screw up on line or two, because it does get a little bit overwhelming when someone's screaming, ouch, 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 it hurts, you know what I mean? And we're tattooing people. It does become something that's an annoyance, you know what I mean? We are trying to focus and concentrate on your tattoo, and if you start moving it around a little bit and doing all this jumping and moving, then the artist might end up making the wrong line, the wrong thing, you know what I mean? You're throwing him off his focus, throwing him off. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Stay positively thinking, focused, and try to keep that feeling inside, all right? Don't overwhelm your artist with all kinds of blabbing about your pain and how you can't handle it, all right? If that's the case, you'll have to take it smooth and let them know that, you know, you're in trouble, you're in big pain. So you might have to cut your session a little short, you know what I mean? So there it is. Come prepared, fully rested. Good advice to coming into a shop for less and to deal with less pain. You might want to consider taking a good nap, rest, drink lots of fluids, eat before you come to the shop. Be well rested, have a meal, either bring lunch with you or have something before you show up. 3, have something drink something, water, no beers, all right? People, you don't want to come in all drunk for your tattoo. You know what I mean? People have done that before, and drunk people are not cool to tattoo because they don't sit still, they move around too much, they get wild and crazy, they start knocking things down, they start yapping and blabbering. So don't do that, man. Don't piss off your artist because he might not want to tattoo you if you notice that something's off with you, that you're a little buzzing or something. You know, besides, it hurts a little bit more, I heard, when you're drunk, or when you're buzzing. I heard it hurts a little bit more. Sometimes people don't feel it. I heard people that do, you know what I mean? I tattooed people, mostly, I like tattooing people when they're normal, in their normal state of mind. It's the best time to tattoo someone. Don't come in all drunk or hungover because you'll be tired. Oh, I didn't sleep last night. I'm ready for my tattoo. No, you're not. You need to go to sleep, all right? You're not ready for your tattoo. Take a nice nap, rest, and then come in ready for your tattoo. Sit down on the chair and talk it out with your artist. You know, have a good conversation with your artist. Ask him about what he likes tattooing. You know, get to know your guy. This is your time to get to know your artist. And he likes to get to know you as well. Sometimes they don't want to talk because they're so deep in focus. That happens to me sometimes, where I'm so deep in focused in my work that I forget to speak with my client. But then I'm also providing a good quality piece on their skin, all right? So it's good. Some of them like talking through the tattoo, and some don't. They like to be quiet, listening to music or whatever. Some like to joke around and have a great time with you. That's great, all right? So just keep in mind that not to stress out your artist. If the design needs to be prepared ahead of time, remember it's gonna take days, weeks, if not months to prepare your design. Depends who your artist is. So stay tuned, folks, for more episodes of Just Compos. I hope you like my little advice tutorial, my little advice clip video. I hope you like my little advice video on this topic of tattoo advice. All right, these are my 3 steps. These are my 3 tips, all right? 3 fat tips on how to be prepared for your next tattoo. So, till next time, folks, the Ink Hustle with Just Compos. Goodbye, folks.